Yeah, we're waiting for the teams at Blundell Park. Grimsby against Manchester United. We talk about how Grimsby approach it, and David Artell saying need to take the emotion out of it for his players. How do Manchester United approach it?
Well, I think they've got to go and really impose themselves on the game to start with. They want to get into their rhythm and their flow, because again, even when you are the favourite to go and win a game, you know, it's all about getting a good start, 10, 15 minutes, find that rhythm in the game, whether it's the midfielder getting your touches on the ball, you know, forwards, can you get an opportunity to go and be positive? Because if you don't, it can become a trickier night than obviously you want it to.
And within their back three, we can see Harry Maguire there as the experience, but actually either side of him, in Fredrickson and Heaven, they've got inexperience.
Yeah, but two really good players. Heaven's already come in. I think he came in last season against Arsenal. Did really well in the second half. Strong, quick, athletic, really comfortable in possession. And Tyler as well, I really like him. He's a young player, but you know, again, he reads the game really well. Really comfortable in possession. Made his debut against Wolves last season and did really well in that. So, you know, he's got two good players either side of him.
We are ready to go. Remember, the third round draw comes later around 10:15, 10:20, but they are on their way out of the tunnel at Blundell Park. So let's join our commentary team for Grimsby against Manchester United. Alan Smith and, first of all, Daniel Mack.
Well, thank you, Mark. Well, they certainly have caught the big fish here in Grimsby. Manchester United walking a walk that they haven't made for 77 years, and they emerge from a structure that was standing then. Indeed, it has been since 1901, the stand on the far side at Blundell Park. And they wait patiently to make their entrance into a truly fervent atmosphere on the Lincolnshire coast. The last time United came here, they came as top division equals of Grimsby Town, and indeed it was only a late equaliser from Jack Rowley that staved off defeat for Matt Busby's United, who went on to win the FA Cup. Grimsby went on to be relegated, never so far to return. But they certainly believe they're on the way back. Returning again from the National League 3 years ago, struggling to assert themselves in League 2 until the arrival of David Artell, who has certainly got them playing some really good stuff. And they've started the new season in excellent style. And Grimsby make 4 changes from the side that came away from Accrington disappointed with the draw on Saturday, and that not just because of Jays Cabia's missed penalty. He, though their top scorer, is on the bench. One of those changes. His replacement, teenager Cameron Gardner, is in great spirits though after his maiden call-up for Scotland's under-21s. Kieran Green's presence in midfield welcome, having missed out through injury on Saturday. He's a key creative and goal-scoring influence. Charles Vernham and Jayden Sweeney also returned to the side. Tyrell Warren spent 12 years at Manchester United, often in the company of Marcus Rashford and a former Grimsby man in Dean Henderson. Clark Oduor, their latest recruit, signed on loan yesterday from Bradford, makes the bench. Well, Lenny Yoro and Luke Shaw have been left at home to rest by Manchester United, but it's a very strong squad indeed. Amad Dorgu and Mateus Cunha, the remaining 3 that began the game at Craven Cottage at the weekend, watched in person, incidentally, by Grimsby boss David Artell. Cunha moves to a wider role to accommodate Benjamin Šeško for his first start in attack. His transfer fee, incidentally, equivalent to 13 years turnover here at Grimsby Town. Andre Onana is in the spotlight in United's goal. No action in pre-season, but Grimsby certainly hoping to give him plenty tonight. Well, Alan Smith, you haven't quite waited 77 years to return to Blundell Park, but it's been a while, and you're looking first of all at a man who returns to the side who could be a big figure for them tonight.
Yeah, and they'll be wanting to get the ball into Kieran Green because he is probably the most likely to make something happen for his team. He's come on leaps and bounds under this manager, David Artell, and he has proved at League 2 level at least that he is a big creative threat, but it's all about stepping up tonight. Benjamin Šeško gets his first start. He's had to wait a little while, and the reasons for that are not entirely clear, but different players cope with joining the club the size of Manchester United in different ways. Some cope with the challenge, the pressure, easier than others, but nothing like a goal or two for a striker to settle yourself down.
Well, some have called this the game of a lifetime for David Artell's players, but he's not having that. He wants big occasions to be a regular thing here at Blundell Park. Ambitious, bursting for success this season, and they seem to be on the right road. But let's see if they can assert themselves against top-level opposition. It has not been a regular date in the diary for a long, long time, as you could imagine. There is plenty of history, though, if you go way back. And could the red sky be a warning for Manchester United? Or will it foretell some degree of delight for Ruben Amorim as they seek their first win of the new season on a pressure night? Well, people often find a route to Europe starting from the Humber estuary, though it's usually the Holzebrugge ferry. It is one for Manchester United this season, without continental competition this year. So this means a great deal. Green looking to make inroads. It is notable that Grimsby are starting slightly differently to what we might have anticipated. Dara Burns operating from the right and Vernon coming in from the left-hand side, so operating as inverted wingers.
Yeah, the exact start that Grimsby would have wanted. They've got the crowd behind them. They want to set the tone out there to put pressure on this Manchester United defence early on. They're doing a good job.
So he is left-footed, as you saw there, well capable of delivering with the right and almost finding his opposite number, Charles Vernon. That's Sweeney, who likes to step into midfield from that left-back position. The left wing-back position, Patrick Dorgu striding forward for United. Cunha finding Ahmad. Fredriksson. United very much as we thought they might be. Lured into a foul challenge, Charles Vernon.
Well, it is a classic cup tie situation, isn't it? The big club going in to the den of the minnows, and it's all about the United players, their attitude. That they don't get outfought, that they win their individual battles, because talent will come to the surface.
Accrington threw a lot into their penalty area at the weekend. They largely cope with it. But, definitely the concentration levels need to be higher. They did knock off and concede a rather curious goal, though, at the weekend. Maguire in the mix, Šeško in the mix.
Well, he's going to be at the centre of things every time, isn't he, Harry Maguire, from these kind of set pieces, both going forward and defensively. He was a stick-on to start this match, Maguire. He's a tough man to quell in those situations.
Evan Curry getting a little bump at the end of it. Up here by Harvey Rogers, who was a teammate of Harry Maguire's at Hull, across the Humber. Green hoping to get there. Patrick Henderson did, and is deemed to have been fouled. Very much the senior figure by around 3 years, the oldest player on the pitch, Harry Maguire. That's Warren, the former United man.
Well, as a dressing room, Grimsby one should be full of confidence. They've been knocking in goals for fun. Yeah, the manager's made some changes, top scorer dropping out tonight, but even so, their tail should be up, having hit the back of the net so often.
Gardner did start in the previous round against Shrewsbury, and indeed he scored. And he might have an opportunity here. He finds a delivery that was not defended with certainty. Here's Burnham. Sweeney. McJanet, who's a real ball-playing centre-back. And popping up as an outside left.
Yeah, I think if you're a Grimsby player, you come into this match wondering whether you can compete on an individual and team level. But after 5 minutes, they'll just be thinking, well, we've got half a shout here.
Werner. Fredrickson making that his, but there's no real route out. And there's Christy Pym. He joined almost by coincidence. He happened to bump into Grimsby's goalkeeping coach while he was on holiday this summer, out of contract, having left Mansfield.
It's handy, wasn't it?
They got on particularly well, and the deal was done.
Noticeably, Grimsby trying to get the ball forward quickly.
He will be a big part in that. They're not afraid to hit a diagonal or go long into a front man if the need or the fact that it's the better option arises. But they are an attractive watch. Dorgu looking to exploit the gaps that may be there because of Grimsby's full-back sense of adventure. Šeško trying to work the shooting opening. Mateusz Cunha. Change of position for their latest recruits. A bit of a maverick streak about him, which should make life very interesting.
Yeah, but he's the kind of character, I think, where he'll come into this United team and feel he belongs. He's got the confidence for it. A little streak of arrogance, if you like.
Curry. And Green in there again. Ugh. Well, not Dallow's finest moment. Burns battling well. Here's the cultured McEachran. Grimsby pinning them in. Gardner fighting for it.
Well, they're getting to the ball quickly, sharply, the Grimsby players at the moment. Full of vitality. It's always difficult keeping that tempo up, but good start for the home team. Really good.
Well, he's fostered a really good culture, and there's a belief that there is a genuine promotion bid brewing here this season. He says everybody should come into work here at Grimsby, including himself, saying, what can I learn today? centre, Evan Corey, formerly of the West Ham Academy. Well, plenty of action going on elsewhere in the Carabao Cup tonight. Fulham 2 up against Bristol City. 7:45 kickoff. Brighton doing their job well at the three-sided Kassam Stadium at Oxford. And Everton, which kicked off at the same time as us, although it wasn't scheduled to be the case against Mansfield, still goalless. All that action available to you via the Sky Sports Plus platform, so you can take your pick.
Been a little nervy at the back for Manchester United so far, and Arna just finding touch there. Think of that Dalot attempted clearance. Being put under pressure quickly.
Breaking ball by McEachran. Trying to get away, McJanet saying nothing's getting past me.
Yeah, I think he caught the ball first and then the man. That's the way it looked from the other side of the pitch where we are. No, he didn't get the ball. He's a fraction late.
Well, Tony Harrington seeing nothing wrong with the challenge, the man in the middle. And Manchester United in the unusual situation of playing a game without additional officials in the video booth. There's some dangerous moments that Manchester United are potentially creating for themselves. Dorgu. Šeško winning it comfortably in the air, as he probably should.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to build relationships, hasn't he, with the likes of Mbeumo and Cunha. Early days in his new career.
It's forward by Sweeney and met by Fredriksson. Warren, who has generally been more at home as a right back, but he's been playing in the centre recently. Gardner's in there! Oh, he found so much freedom inside that United area, but possibly because he was a long way offside. This is Matheus Cunha making inroads for United at the other end. Is Heaven. Ugarte. Menu. Dalot. Matheus Cunha arriving in a good position. No one had picked him up.
No, he had a fair bit of space there, didn't he? Good pick out from Dalot too.
Here's Maguire. Heaven. Checked by the industrious Burns.
It was offside, but it was a good ball swung in by Jaden Sweeney to pick out his man. Gardner would have known he was off.
Involved in the thick of it again. Born a Geordie to a Scottish father. And great fillip for Grimsby, who are very pleased with what's coming through their youth set up to see him in that Scotland under-21 squad. They've got a few young talents around who have got a good reputation in youth football.
Done well to manufacture a corner there in a tight space. Done very well.
He is about as popular as it's possible to be for a Scunthorpe fan in these parts. Rogers is in there, and Warren too, and they're testing whether Onana's in the wide awake club.
Yeah, didn't want to take a chance, Onana. Needed to get a hand to this. Maybe didn't have to.
Burns will take this one. Janet's got quite a battle on the near post. Run well by Heaven, back in there, and on the stretch was Warren.
They're just waiting for Manchester United to find a bit of rhythm. Get the passing going, that's been difficult for them. First 15.
It's a pressure night, whichever way you look at it. The Cup has cheered for Ruben Amorim, whether it's been at home or abroad. Certainly in terms of their winning record, 12 in 21 since the start of last season, compared to just 11 Premier League wins in that time. Remarkable nights in Europe last season. Clearly full of confidence. The little flick. And he has good pedigree. He actually has a Europa League winners' medal, having been part of the Chelsea squad that defeated Arsenal way out there in Baku 6 years ago. Time at Swindon since then. A couple of loan spells in the Netherlands. There are some players in their ranks with very good pedigree and brought up in a good school.
It's not been easy in that midfield, United, and the system that they play, quite often they will be outnumbered 3 against 2. But he needs and would want a really good display out here tonight. Maybe change his manager's opinion.
Swede. That was Ugarte with some determination. Rogers going down and feeling that there might have been a case for a free kick. Looseness from Dallow. Certainly made contact with Harry Maguire's hands and arm. Here's Werner. 2 in the area waiting, and they'll go on waiting. Harry Maguire proving sufficient obstacle there for Werner. And United searching for something on the counter.
Cameron Gardner initially did well against Maguire, backing into him, holding it up, which is not easy against the big United defender. He's a master at those duels.
Just ran away from Sweeney, who's not backward in coming forward. Right through the ranks at Orient. Finding some Eastern promise of a different sort. That's Warren. And Ugu alive to the presence of Dara Burns. Here's Harvey Rogers. Being wished well by many of his fellow Leeds United supporters this evening. Ugarte.
Didn't know anything about these two teams after 20 minutes. It'd be difficult to say which was League Two and which was Premier League. That's the biggest compliment you could give to Grimsby so far.
Green has done well. Gardner. Burns is ready to seek advantage from the situation. Vernon! A glorious moment for Grimsby Town! Well, they've not heard a noise like this at Blundell Park for a long, long time.
Well, this gantry is shaking. I think this whole stand is shaking by its foundations, because what a moment they've just witnessed. That's been a sign of this first half, being aggressive, getting the ball. And what about the space that Burnham's got on the left side of the box there? And he's got the freedom of it. Frederiksen can't get across. Dallo's, I don't know where Dallo is. And you're thinking, no, don't take a touch, hit it first time on the volley. But that first touch is absolutely perfect for him, as is the shot. Onana, should he get caught on the near post? I'm not sure. Burnham certainly catches it well as he could possibly hope. And you can't say they don't deserve this, the way they've started this match.
Charles Vernon. He once scored twice at Old Trafford for Derby's under-23s, but it's in a different stratosphere in terms of the attention it will get, this goal against Manchester United. And nothing is straightforward for Manchester United at this moment in time.
For him to have so much space there in the box is inexplicable when you're playing a back five and you haven't got the ball. Well, I can't believe what he just saw there.
Well, they've got a good pedigree in beating top-level teams in this competition, although it's been a long, long while. As you may have seen earlier in the programme, 20 years since they beat Tottenham in the League Cup. They did win at Southampton in the FA Cup a couple of years ago. They've had some amazing nights at Anfield and Goodison, but they've gifted an opportunity here for Mateus Cunha. And space for Ahmad. And Christy Pym with the first thing that vaguely resembled a meaningful save.
Well, we must now see a response from Manchester United, because we've seen precious little really so far from their attackers in terms of linking up.
Here's Maidu. He's got away from Green. Šeško needs help. Harvey Rogers under no great duress, able to clear. And a foul on Curry.
Yeah, Curry didn't need any encouragement going down there. He got the shove in the back, happy to take the free kick. Haven't been able to get Šeško in this game, really. Well, so much focus on Manchester United goalkeepers. I'm just wondering whether this is another mistake, this time from Onana. And I think that tells you shouldn't be allowed to creep in there. Gets a hand down, but nowhere near strong enough. Almost under his body.
Well, a man under great scrutiny. He's been a name that's readily come to the lips in recent times for Manchester United. Mainly, it must be said, not for the right reasons. And another moment where questions will be asked. But Šeško trying to do it all himself here. Curry away. Gardner. Flag up against him for offside. Gardner herring after it there, as Fredriksson thought he could coolly bring it forward. It's Werner hunting for more here, Grimsby. Dallow is in position this time. McEachran. That could be threatening. Green hoping to get there. Gardner does! And in it goes! There was a suggestion of handball, and indeed it has been ruled out for that reason by Gardner.
Certainly looked that way. That was my initial impression. But yet more pressure just there. And then the second time, was it? To actually stick it in the net. No, just the first.
Gardner may get another opportunity here.
I mean, you can't believe the space that Grimsby are getting here going forward. United defence at 6s and 7s at the moment.
be interesting. And Onana's in big trouble. And it's going to be forced in. Warren, the former Manchester United trainee. And on the banks of the Humber, Manchester United all at sea. What on earth happened there?
Well, it's car crash TV as far as Manchester United and Onana are concerned. Never looked like claiming this ball or getting 2 fists on it. I mean, it's schoolboy stuff, really. They were practicing defending these kind of balls into the box before the match, but if you decide to come, you've got to get it as a keeper. And he was all over the place, Onana, completely mistiming the punch. Warren cannot believe his luck, cannot believe it.
It is the stuff that dreams are made of for Tyrell Warren, his first goal in Grimsby Town colours against the club where he spent 12 years as a hopeful. Invited to train with the first team by Jose Mourinho, but that is as far as it got. To non-league and back, and into the glare of the global spotlight against his old club. But once again, the goalkeeper under the microscope, and it does not look good.
Well, a long way to go here, but I must say, I did not see this coming. I did not see this first half panning out the way it has done. You're always going to expect Grimsby to start quickly, to put pressure on Manchester United, but you're just thinking United are going to settle, take charge with the ability that they've got. They've never looked like it.
Ahmad. Fredrickson. Now Maguire. Sheshko with a chance here.
He's had, what, 3 shots now? Probably this was the best of them. Tightish angle, but keeps it down, gets it on target.
The cries of "Can we play you every week?" Well, after a 77-year wait, I suppose it proves the old adage about who good things come to. They have, way back in the past, put 6 and 7 past Manchester United here, who have, even allowing for the distance, got a dismal record here.
Well, he's appealing, it's a shoulder barge, but he's given away the free kick, Ugarte. Another ball is about to swing into United's box.
Well, the last time Manchester United played at this stage of the competition, as I'm sure you'll be well aware, they conceded 4 goals without reply at MK Dons. And this turning into a personal nightmare for the United goalkeeper.
And of course, it always transmits to your defenders as well if your keeper's a nervous wreck.
Burns after it, up against Dorgu.
throw. Gets away with it though, Dorgu.
Sprightly skip from Mainu, and now Dorgu will make his customary strides.
It's happened too often. Just too anxious, tense in possession, but up the other end it's been anything but. Tyrrell Warren with a big goal for his team. I mean, there was, say, a handball, it came off his arm, the goal scorer's, but he knew nothing about it. We just had one disallowed for handball, but not this time. No VAR. Who knows what they would have done with that?
Well, the likelihood is that the Manchester United goalkeeper's blushes would have been spared, but not tonight. The first card of the evening.
Struggled a little bit, Frederiksen, in this first half. But it's not a bad one, is it, at all? Bouncing ball, both go for it.
To McEachran with his left foot, he can make things happen. Burns. He could go either way here with success. Gardner got a touch.
Looked like a shove in the back on Ugarte, but play goes on.
Werner.
Grimsby continue to be the team piling on the pressure. Ball pops up. A little shove maybe there by Gardner.
Well, yeah, it's worth reminding that he's standing in for their standout striker, Jays Kabia, who's in his first season in English League football and has made a terrific start to life. If you forget about the two penalty misses. In by Burns. And Dallow hoping for clearer communication, concedes a corner.
Well, pretty much sums up United defensively. Dallow feeling he should have had a shout off his keeper.
Greatest of deliveries, but great determination to try and get on the end of it. And now the potential for a United counter-charge, although charging back with vigour, a good number of those in black and white. Here's Dorgu.
The worst ball up from Dorgu.
Frederiksen.
Half-time approaching. Grimsby do not want to be offering any encouragement here.
There's Cunha to take the kick. Remember, no Manchester United player on the score sheet yet this season. OG at the weekend. Warren back to very much the day job, finally away by Khoury. And it's Warren again, emphatically out of danger. Dorgu. Mainu's got a lot of space. Well, acrobatics, but from an offside position.
Heck of an effort. Caught it perfectly. Bobby Mainu's done okay in the middle of the park. And this is a good pick out, even if he was 2 yards off.
Šeško waits. Šeško tests the goalkeeper again.
Good save that, isn't it, from Christy Pig down low. Beginning to have a bit more of an influence, and that was his best moment, Šeško's. He's a big lad, should be good in the air.
Beginning to make a few more promising strides, but obviously
doesn't really tell the tale, does it? That the way Grimsby have got at this United team, been really aggressive in these challenges.
Well, at present, they're out on top as the team with the most goals in English senior football so far this season, up to 15 now. Dorgu, enterprising approach. They've kept going right to the end in a number of their games this season, plenty of late goals. Dorgu gifted it back. Dallo. Ahmad. Ugarte. McEachran's challenge got something on it, but Manchester United continue to build. Matheus Cunha trying to work a shooting position.
They've not been pulled out of shape, out of position too often, Grimsby. They've held that shape. They've had to dig deep once or twice defensively, but if they can get through to half-time, what a result that would be.
Šeško lurking again. Warren does his job once more. With a cannon kind here for Manchester United. Ugarte, Warren again. Well, it's all gone downhill since the fish and chips. Gathered behind Onana, at least in that sense. He's not done much to heighten his place in their affections.
No, I'd be glad to get up the other end, I think.
I'm not so sure about it. Don't think the boys and girls in the pontoon will be...
Nothing worse than getting stick from your own fans, though. And I'm sure he would have heard a few calls.
That's Mainu. Well, Sweeney straight to Dallow. Ahmad. Oh, and Ahmad left frustrated as he made a dart into space. Ugarte. Kevin. Robbed by Warren, who has had a stormer of a first half. On a big night for him. More so than most.
Well, last 5 minutes or so have been as threatening as United have looked in this first half.
Grimsby have put into the game will have taken a lot out of the tank.
Yeah, United got a very strong bench, plenty of options there.
Well, there's something brewing at Blundell Park, a special night. Treasured memories already. Charles Vernam and Tyrell Warren, the former Manchester United youngster, sending that lot into complete delirium. But Manchester United's goalkeeper under scrutiny once again and under pressure, and United, with one of their routes to Europe this season, already under serious threat. Half-time here, Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 0.
So De Ligt and Bruno Fernandes and Brian Mbeumo are coming on. Something had to be done, Phil Jones, didn't it, from a United point of view?
Yeah, it did. But for me, this game's not about anything to do with tactics or tactically the way they're set up. This is about a bit of heart, a bit of fight, more duels, more speed in the play, more intensity, sustaining attacks better. All of the basic stuff really that you've got to do in games like this.
As far as Grimsby are concerned, more of the same in the second half. Let's rejoin Alan and Dan.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Grimsby sticking with what's got them this far. But Manchester United with some fresh and very talented faces out there on the field at the start of the second half, and you may have just caught a little flash of lightning. There is a storm in the area. And if that does become a significant concern, then player safety will be taken into account, and we may see the players leave the field if it becomes necessary. I feel like it's a summer all over again in the United States.
Oh, we'll be off the pitch by now, I think.
They certainly would. This is heaven. Lubasheshko, but Mbeumo can make quite the entrance. He pulls it back. Oh. And a header by Matheus Cunha ultimately dealt with. And what Harry Maguire's got to deal with is the presence of Cameron Gardner.
He's worked hard up there, Gardner. Good mobility, put pressure on those defenders. And Burma, though, taking up that familiar position up the right-hand channel. Dallow's switch from right wing back to left.
Ahmad in the right wing back role on the ball there, and Burma trying to dig it out. Well, he's certainly played quite the hand from the bench.
Well, they spent a lot of money this summer, and that's enabled him to hold some back. Boy, does he need them to perform now.
Green is on the charge. And Gardner was as well, and that affected the quality of his first touch.
Yeah, unlucky. But when they go forward, they're continuing to get encouragement. An easy one to take in your stride.
And here's Green, and showing his influence again, although Burns offside there. And it's terrific to see Kieran Green pulling the strings. He spent much of his career being reminded of what he couldn't do, and he was perceived really as a number 6 who was quite limited in the attacking aspects of the game, but it seems that David Artell has given him a healthy shot of self-belief, and he really has blossomed. Curry, one of their most durable operators. He's got a really interesting background, David Artell. He's was a no-nonsense hard-man defender in his playing days. He once played in the playoff semi-final and final while still nursing a broken foot that hadn't fully healed.
Yeah, you could tell he was a tough defender, just standing next to him.
His management style is a little more tender, though. He rarely raises his voice. This is Vernam. Curry. Good football, this. It's Green now for Grimsby. Plenty of options. Oh, and somehow Burns is denied. He's saying by a hand.
Well, the appeals aren't as strong as you'd imagine they would be if it was a blatant handball. Oh no, I think it's off the shoulder, the top of the chest. What an opportunity to perhaps put this match to bed. As the rain starts to tip down.
Well, it really is, in every way, the classic cup tie. The conditions an extra opponent. Here's Burns. Green has pulled into good space, but Bruno Fernandes able to win it back, but not for long. Rodgers moving forward. Vernam again. Dallow in the way. He suddenly really injected some urgency here for United. And Burmo. Matheus Cunha on now for Ahmad. Sheshko lurks in the area. Matheus Cunha's not hanging about here. Oh, and a vital piece of defending by McJanet. It's Ahmad.
all going on down there. The kind of conditions as a striker, you're thinking, yeah, defenders are going to make mistakes here. Can we take advantage? Some really good defending there under the goalpost. Janet does well.
Here's Diogo Dalot. Well, will be one of the most famous nights in the history of Grimsby Town. They, as I said, beat Tottenham 20 years ago in this competition. They won at Anfield, beating the then holders in 2001. That was a special night for one Phil Jevons, ex-Everton player, who's a Liverpool fan, who scored a thunderbolt, I suppose, appropriately in these conditions. And if you'll indulge me, it was the first game I ever commentated on.
I think the players mentioned that at the time. But the substitutions for Manchester United have certainly had an effect. It's lifted them, and boy, did they need lifting.
On a famous night, won at Goodison Park in 1984 against the eventual champions of England that year. Paul Wilkinson got the goal. By the end of the season, he was playing for Everton. So they've certainly had their moments, but the global glare, the spotlight all around the world on not just the Premier League, but this competition now. Kobbie Mainoo, under his spell, keeping his feet in his head. Dennis Burns, who picks it up.
Do not often see rain like this, I've got to say. It's Bibic right there.
And you don't often see a striker with freedom like this. It's Cameron Gardner now for Grimsby.
He's totally on his own, he had nothing in the way of support. United continue to look vulnerable whenever Grimsby go forward. Maguire just makes sure he holds up his man. These certainly aren't conditions for goalkeepers handling.
Well, there's an obvious comment I could make. I can assure you that is David Artell, the Grimsby head coach. Oh, and Gardner in there at that near post, just couldn't make contact. Ahmad now for United.
I thought there was a drought in this country.
De Ligt. Fernandez. Kobbie Mainoo.
Bit of surface water now starting to appear.
Burns with the forward ball. So a touch of water polo about it. It's going to be a free kick for United.
Certainly worth testing the keeper from here, 25 yards out. Skid one along the surface if you can.
Crystal Pym has certainly given Grimsby great assurance when he has been tested tonight.
Well, a bit further out than 25 yards maybe, so they're going to swing one in the box.
What heaven! Well, the heavens have opened, and heaven nearly opened his account.
Completely free header. That falls to a striker and you're thinking that's in the back of the net. Just got under it a touch.
Well, a let-off. Forward by Rogers. Dallow trying to impose himself on Burns, a pull of the shirt. Rogers. Vernham's there again.
Apology from the keeper. Sliced it.
Yes, not his first of the night. Apology, that is. Well, Fulham very much in charge. No signs of upsets elsewhere, emphatically so, at the Kassam Stadium. And Everton with a slender lead against Nigel Clough's Mansfield. Charlie Alcaraz on target there.
Got onto his own flick on there.
I'll have some of what he's having. He's got boundless energy. He has chiefly been used from the bench, and what an option he is. Well, that's a route David Artell is yet to go down, but it's worth reminding you that he has his top scorer in reserve. He has one of their outstanding players and leaders in Danny Rose, who's been struggling through pre-season on his own personal programme because of injury. So it would be fair to say that this is not Grimsby's strongest possible side.
Maybe not, but defending gallantly out there at the moment. They're shifting for each other.
De Ligt. Fernandez. Strike by Mateus Cunha. Maguire penalised.
He caught enough with Gardner to be penalised.
Just wringing his gloves out. Don't see that every day.
You don't.
Green. Gardner. Well, I know that the staff here at Grimsby were pleased to see the pitch get a bit of rain on it a couple of hours before kick-off, about 4 o'clock actually it was. But Must be feeling a little differently about it now.
Whatever level in this country you play, the pitches all seem perfect these days, don't they?
So particularly beautiful surface at Accrington at the weekend. And Grimsby to play very well on. Here's Mbomo. Ahmad. Back up against him, offside. Seems that the entrance of Mason Mount is imminent. And it looks like Grimsby is the very handy portable tactics board comes into use.
Well, they might move about, but he stays with the basic shape, doesn't he, Amorim?
Mateus Cunha. And Mbomo. Sweeney in the way. Shesko leaving it. McEachran reading it and winning it.
Yeah, he's having a fine game, McEachran. Really good defensive instincts he's showing.
He's a player whose confidence has taken a little bit of a battering. No, it hit him hard and make the cut in the end at Chelsea. This one that needs a bit of love and care. Fernandes making space beautifully and testing Pym, but able to grab it at the second time of asking. He's had a terrific night.
Yeah, such a difficult one as well to collect, to not let it just bounce off that strong arm into the path of the oncoming United play, because Fernandes hit it beautifully, and what a save that is.
Fresh faces for Grimsby, and the goal scorer, the opening goal scorer, Charles Vernon, leaves the stage. Surely his finest moment. He, as a youngster, would you believe, attracted the attentions of AC Milan, who took him on trial. He's always possessed genuine talent, and he's had quite the night, replaced by a really good young prospect in Henry Brown. And that's Geza Toure, who comes on as a substitute against Manchester United, as does Mason Mount for Manchester United. Heaven, the man he replaces. Toure bypasses him in the end. Midfield player from the Faroe Islands. Maguire sees it out.
Just trying to work out whether Amorim's moved away from the five at the back. Don't think he has.
It's as though Dallow's going to go into the back three.
Yeah, Mason Mount perhaps as a makeshift left wing back. I don't know. You could describe it as a back four, maybe.
Neatly done by Gardner. Toure gets there, but not for long. Ahmad. Kobe Mainu. That could be interesting. Well, Tyrell Warren, not for the first time tonight, getting in there where it hurts to defend well.
The game of his life, it really has. Just been a few instances of this where the Grimsby defender has just launched himself at it to deny United.
Well, he has benefited from an injury to Doug Tharm, who has been a regular at centre-back so far this season in the league games. Came into the side at Accrington at the weekend. Here's Fernandez. Mbeumo. Ahmad. And that's Rodgers. He'll be in close proximity to a former colleague at the moment. Harvey Rodgers with Harry Maguire. They were on the team sheet for a League Cup tie with Hull many years ago. Although Harvey didn't make the breakthrough to first team football. Beyond that, appearance as an unused substitute. De Ligt might have had an opportunity if he was alive to it. Here's Burns. Round. Well, no appeal from the youngster. Lincolnshire lad who's been with Grimsby since he was 8. Mbeumo. On now for De Ligt.
Now worth a crack. United looking the most likely at the moment to get the next goal in this game if one comes. Grimsby just having the odd counter at the moment.
Sean Pearson with David Artell there. He's come on a bundle as well, Harvey Rodgers. Really looks comfortable moving into midfield when the need arises from that right-back position, which he has certainly made his own.
It's hard to think of a Grimsby player that hasn't given an 8 out of 10 at least out there. At least.
There's Dallow. Well, the Grimsby team might have to share the entire player of the match award. Make a trophy for each of them. Gardner's offside. Grimsby want to introduce further freshness with 20 minutes to go, and that's going to be the key to seeing it through. Beyond Sheshko, and Mbeumo will keep it alive, but there is Sweeney. Mainu. Jays Kabia is ready to enter the stage. The new recruit from Truro City. He banged him in Cornwall in National League South. Now he's sticking them away in Cleethorpes.
Doesn't get more glamorous than that. What a start to his Grimsby career. He's enjoying.
Nothing in common with a Manchester United great. Roy Keane started at the same club, Cove Ramblers. Breaks for Gardner. And the flag's up. The flag's up.
It's an intentional movement towards the ball from Harry Maguire, meaning it shouldn't be offside. Well, finish as well.
Yeah, fabulous stuff from Cameron Gardner, and certainly a controversial note sounded there. And Manchester United getting away with it.
He stuck his leg out, Maguire, hasn't he? It's not hit him.
Well, if he, as it would appear, deliberately played that, then the goal should stand.
Bring back VAR, that's what I say. Will that be crucial? Well, he sees the player well offside. Looking at De Ligt in the middle, I don't know if he was close to playing him on, but it's a consummate finish. Sometimes I think it's more down to the ref to decide whether Maguire's intervention was deliberate.
Well, you never know, that may yet prove to be crucial indeed. George McEachran has put everything in, and Cameron Gardner indeed departing the stage. The centre of the pitch sees changes, and a debutant indeed in Clark Ottawa, who only signed yesterday on loan from Bradford City. He's a very versatile player. It'd be interesting to see where he goes. He's going to go into the centre of midfield, so no major rejig. It's Brown.
Well, the two lads just coming off there, Gardner and McEachran, absolutely worked the socks off, giving it their all. Brilliant performances. It's back. That wing's not looking so clever now.
I'm not sure what's underneath looks so clever either, but we cannot condone that behaviour, and if you're offended, we apologise. So Turi is going to go into the more deep-lying midfield position. Well, it hasn't done the goalkeeper's prospects of maintaining a first-team place at Manchester United, or perhaps even a long-term future, much good at all. But then I suppose there are plenty of question marks surrounding the position as a whole. Here's Mbeumo, brilliant goal! And that certainly changes things. A first goal for Manchester United for Brian Mbeumo. A first goal by a Manchester United player this season. And they may just have an opportunity to pull this one out of the fire.
Well, it's going to be some last 15 minutes now. They backed off so often. Grimsby have got a foot in, a block. Not this time. A little gap opens up, and for Brian Mbeumo, that is enough. A really clever finish by him. And Grimsby now are going to have to do some defending, you feel. A lot of it.
Well, Grimsby will feel they should be out of sight, but Manchester United have got a comeback in their sights, well and truly now. whatever happens, they're not really going to emerge from the night with any great degree of credit. Very aware of Mateus Cunha, and Burmo very aware of the threat that young Brown is posing. Here's Ahmad, Bruno Fernandes.
Well, it would be easy now for Grimsby to sink back a little bit more towards their own goal, just to try and hold what they have. It's a test of their nerve.
There has been a lot of late drama in their games this season, mostly, happily for David Artell, in their favour, as they've accrued crucial points. Well, Xerxes playing an unwanted cameo role in proceedings.
He shouldn't be coming on there, Xerxes.
Well, David Artell, very capable of producing clear messaging when it matters. And Ruben Amorim is going to seize the opportunity as well. Get him over, get things in order. Well, competition under the auspices of the EFL tonight, and our action from the EFL Championship continues this weekend. Leicester up against Birmingham City is our Friday night offering. Chris Davis, the Birmingham head coach, a very successful Leicester coach under Brendan Rodgers. So it's the end of the night for Harvey Rodgers, and on comes an Irish youth international with a cultured left foot by the name of Staunton. I've heard that before, but Reece is no relation to Steve. He will go to left back, and Sweeney will move to the other side.
Yeah, he delivers a lovely free kick. Created the goal at the weekend.
He played at Wembley last season for Spennymoor, as Grimsby debate another offside call with less justification this time. Here's Kobe Mainu. Odawar there to shackle him. Hasn't played a competitive game since March the 4th. Bradford went up last season, but he ended the campaign on the injured list. He made one brief appearance in pre-season for them, and then in his second game, almost instantly got hit in the face by the ball and suffered a concussion. So
he's got to keep playing, Ahmad. Got to keep going.
Here is Odawar. Secures a free kick, happy to be back out there. KB are on the move. And penalised for an impactful pull of the shirt. Here's Dallo. Bruno Fernandes. Wonderful ball. De Ligt with real urgency. Door shut by Turi. Here's Mount. And there's a Grimsby ball, and it affords Manchester United the opportunity to make another change, and it's the end of the night for Ahmad.
Yeah, you wonder where Xerxes' career's going at Manchester United. What with the arrival of the attacking players.
Yes, there's a few hanging on a sugary peg at Old Trafford at the moment. Away by Curry. This is Mainu. Here's Dallow. Mateus Cunha. Fernandez getting there. Turi back there.
Trying to wear down this Grimsby outfit. Manchester United.
Grimsby's favour. Earlier challenge on Henry Brown. Well, there have been positives to take from performances so far, but precious little to take from this. The only positive at the moment is that it's not done yet.
Will go on about his insistence in playing this shape that he's wedded to. Three at the back. Certainly didn't help them in that first half when there was so much space down the sides.
Well, it's an interesting contrast, isn't it? Because you've got Ruben Amorim, who's firmly fixed in his ideas about the shape of his team. Grimsby moved away from playing three at the back regularly last season. McJannet caught out by the conditions, and ultimately his blushes spared.
That would have been unlucky.
Would have been pretty hard had that come to something for Cameron McJannet. Xerxes. Vermo across the face, De Ligt piling in. And it is a corner.
That lad on the floor, I'm not sure who it is, did just enough in front of Matthijs De Ligt to get his body in the way.
Dara Burns. Plenty to get through in what remains here at Blundell Park. And Harry Maguire's found some freedom. Dallow piling in there, Maguire again. Somehow they scramble it away. And Christy Pym hangs on and brings huge relief to the majority at Blundell Park.
How close was this? Does he make a double save here, Christy Pym? Just there. And there. Absolutely heroic stuff. So they're getting closer, Manchester United.
Harry Harry Maguire scored some late and vitally important cup goals last season, some of them controversial, but denied by the brilliance of Pim. Here's Zirkzee. Oh, late one from Zirkzee on Curry. It is a booking.
Yeah, I think he knew what he was doing, Zirkzee there. The ball well gone.
An earlier offence sees a free kick awarded United's way. Ottawa coming to meet Fernandez. It's a teaser, but the towering McJanet meets it. Brown with vigour. Mateus Cunha will pick it up against Sweeney, who kept his eye on the ball in every sense.
It just feels like there's a goal coming down that end.
Well, the referee has spotted something that he did not like. Certainly all going on between, I think, McJanet and De Ligt.
Yeah, that's a challenge for McJanet up against Matthijs de Ligt, who's so powerful. Backed up by Harry Maguire. Tough to stop those two.
Well, it's more rock and roll than anything else. And it's a booking for McJanet. Obviously, while the ball is dead, it can be no more than that, but in terms of a penalty... Oh, Maguire's there! How often does he come up with something like that? He's done it again, vitally for Manchester United. Heartbreak for Grimsby Town, but Manchester United have hauled it back.
How often, as you say? The writing was on the wall, and if anybody was going to do it, I think it was the bookie's favourite, Harry Maguire. Let's meet and drink to him. Getting goal side of his man with a simple header in the end. I'm sure he thought he was coming.
And we're now just moments away from penalties, but there is no glory in it for Manchester United. But is there yet for Grimsby, who will not give up the fight? Can they reassert themselves here? Staunton still battling hard, but ultimately to no avail. Warren saying it got a nick off the United foot, and they're up the pitch. Staunton. Capable of quality delivery. Way into the teens for assists at Spennymoor last season, which is what really caught the eye while he was working for his dad's road construction firm day to day, and he didn't take the corners. Fernandez. De Ligt. Mateus Cunha. Out to Mbermo.
Scenting victory now, United.
Slashed across by Matheus Cunha. Pim dealing with it as best he could. Kabia chasing now.
He's too long in the tooth, Harry Maguire, to get done there. He needed to check back, Kabia.
That's a great delivery potentially. McJanet though, right place, right time, but they know what's coming.
No wonder he's got cramp. The amount of defending him and his teammates have had to do. He's through a winner out there.
Well, they snuffed out Maguire's threat that time pretty comprehensively, but still had a touch of the escape about it from Grimsby. Oh, De Ligt ruining a missed opportunity. But the talk of the town might be this incident.
Yeah, we wondered whether it would be crucial, the disallowing of this goal. See Harry Maguire, an intentional playing of the ball, we thought should have put Cameron Gardner onside. The linesman on the far side puts his flag up. The refs really not going to disagree. One for VAR, that should it have been in existence.
I suppose United will counter that. That would have come to their aid with Grimsby's second goal.
Yeah, true.
Xerxes. Forward by Fernandes. Kabia. Burns. Won the duel. Turi's after it. He might have handled it, but the game will go on. Mason Mount. Šeško coming in, but Staunton was there. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Staunton again. But it just keeps coming back in there. And Burmo. Bruno Fernandes. De Ligt. It's an optimistic handball shot.
I've just thrown everything at it in the second half, Manchester United.
And Burmo. Oh, and Šeško on the turn, might yet get there once more. Oh, and... Well, that should have been it for Manchester United.
Should have got the final touch here. Was it De Ligt? Was it Šeško? Yeah, Šeško, wasn't it? Oh, he could have been a hero there, the new centre forward.
Well, the curtain falls on the 90 minutes. Harry Maguire, the saviour of Manchester United. Last season, a scorer of crucial winning goals in cup competition. But with the late equaliser that may go some way to sparing United's blushes after Mbeumo with a superb goal had put them back into the fight. David Artell's team, so impressive on the night. 2-0 up at half-time, thanks to Tyrell Warren and Charles Vernham, and they will feel they had a legitimate goal wrongly disallowed. Christy Pym in great form. He may be a great hope for them when it comes to the penalties, which are forthcoming shortly. After 90 minutes that has ended with a scoreline, Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 2.
Your former side got away with that, Phil?
They have. I mean, they've managed to find a way back into the game and force penalties, but if they get through on penalties, then I think they've got away with one, but they've still got to get there. To a man, I thought Grimsby Town tonight were absolutely exceptional all over the park. The way they played the football at times, the way they defended and put the bodies on the line, terrific. They can hold their heads really well high here. But penalties are the lottery, and anybody can win it.
Can't find fault really with how Grimsby approached that, can you?
No, not at all. I mean, you could see how difficult it was getting as that second half wore on. They put so much into it, particularly in that first half, and of course you expect Manchester United to come back in and dominate the ball and create chances. I think they'll be a little bit disappointed still though with the manner of the goals, Chappers. A little bit too easy the first one, and Buemo letting him come inside, and then a set piece. But in terms of overall, they can be ever so proud. It's now just about trying to find that little bit of calmness and composure and sticking their penalties away.
And they will feel, will Grimsby, that they ought to have been 3-0 up, and I think you both feel that this should have stood. You think Harry Maguire deliberately played the ball here?
Yeah, look, it's a difficult one, and I just think he's gone. It's an obvious attempt to play the ball there. Okay, he doesn't get great contact on it, but then that surely leaves the attacker in an onside position. Listen, there's a rule, but whenever any decision, I mean, I don't know what you think. I think he's deliberately gone to play the ball. I think Grimsby can find themselves very unlucky that doesn't get.
It's not deflected on him, has it, Joby? And it also, it's not like he's 6 inches away from the ball and it's hit him and ricocheted through. He's gone to, now the fact that by playing it, he's then inadvertently played the Grimsby player through.
Yeah, it's hit his foot, and it's a deliberate attempt, in my opinion, to get something on the ball. And I'll go back to Phil's point about the distance is the big one for me. I think if you really wanted to get out of the way and leave it completely, you can. But yeah, for me, the fact you stick your leg out, you've been in enough positions and yourself.
Yeah, he's not at a distance where it's really close to him. It's just hit him and then it's landed into the path of the striker. He's 5-6 yards away. He's still got time to adjust his foot to pass the ball. It should have stood him.
It goes back to the subjective decision of the officials, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. And again, it's up to those officials to make that decision as to whether they felt it was an intentional play of the ball or not. I certainly felt it was, and unfortunately for Grimsby, it's gone against them. They obviously got one with the handball in terms of one of their goals, so maybe from that perspective sort of balanced out a little bit.
To get a sense, this is going to be about the goalkeeper. I know penalty shootouts tend to be, but Christy Pym, who started every game for Grimsby this season, and given Manchester United's goalkeeping problems,
well, it gives Onana a chance to sort of try and rectify, obviously, the mistakes he's made in this game. But it's a lottery. Anybody can win. But I would back United in these circumstances. They've been there and done it a lot of times. They're probably technically better in these situations, but it's anybody's.
And the penalties are going to be taken in front of the Grimsby fans. Let's head back to Dan.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Right in front of the pontoon stand and seizing the ball with great confidence is Jays Cabier, and we do not know quite what to expect. He's scored 2 and missed 2 from the spot already this season. Have to say, the one at the weekend, can't really reproach himself too much for that. It was a brilliant save. As he says, he will always back himself.
Yeah, and fair play for him to volunteer to take the first one, to get his team off and running, showing good character.
So Cabier against Onana. And he finds a way, just about. A confrontation that would have been unthinkable for him just a few short years ago against a goalkeeper of his renown. But he wins the battle.
Well, I don't know if he's managed to forget that penalty at Fulham that he blazed over Bruno Fernandes.
Well, yes, it's another man looking perhaps to right or wrong. Christy Pym has done so much right. And this time he gets it right.
Yeah, that's more like a Fernandez penalty. All in a day's work.
Dara Burns. The lad from County Meath. Left footer, remember. Well, no argument with that.
Cool, composed, well done, son.
David Artell can afford a smile. They have an advantage. Can Christy Pym help them keep it? Will Brian Mbeumo keep his cool? Oh, he certainly can.
Just waiting for the keeper to make his move.
So Mbeumo hitting the net twice. Well, he's still getting to know his teammates. Clark Ottawa, this his Grimsby Town debut. He only signed on loan yesterday. Well, how to make friends. Is denied by Onana, and suddenly Manchester United have an opportunity to take control.
Well, onto the bar, it's a good strong hand for Onana. The kind of strength he didn't show with that first Grimsby goal, but that's the life of a keeper.
So Mason Mount. Oh, Pym with a mighty effort, but beaten by Mason Mount.
A lot of left footers out there tonight taking penalties.
So Rhys Staunton does the job very nicely indeed. He's a man in a hurry. Well, trying everything. Well, it shouldn't ruffle the feathers of Diogo Dalot. Well, Pym comprehensively sent the wrong way, and, well, this one has to go in. And It's quite a moment for Henry Brown, 18 years of age.
Yeah, the biggest moment of his playing career by far. We're about to see.
Well, can he keep Grimsby alive? Yes, he can! But it's all at the feet now of Matheus Cunha. He's praying for something special to keep what has been such a memorable night for Grimsby Town going just that little bit longer. Still unbeaten in regulation time this season, Grimsby Town. But this could be the moment when they are beaten on the night. We go on! Matheus Cunha got it all wrong. Christy Pym got it all right.
Well, incredible. My money was on Matheus Cunha because technically he's so adept and he's so cool in these situations, or at least I thought he was. He's trying to guess which way the keeper's going. He gets it all wrong. Who saw that coming?
So, into the realms of the reluctant, the ones who weren't perhaps swift to put their hand up. McJanet, another left-footed player, does the job. Emphatically so, and the pressure now piled on Joshua Zirkzee, who failed with great cost in the FA Cup last season against Fulham. Again, we keep on going. Zirkzee.
Yeah, I think you file that one under emphatic. No doubt about it.
Turi. They signed from a Faroese club in January. His father, a goalkeeper who played against Manchester United in a Champions League qualifier 23 years ago. Very cool.
It's all a bit much. But what entertainment.
It's all a bit much for some, and David Artell hoping that it's all a bit much for Kobe Mainu, the man who came into the night in some eyes needing to make a point despite his manager's declaration of faith before the kickoff. Now must score to keep alive one route to Europe for Manchester United this season. Well, that was a superb penalty. Faith repaid.
He doesn't like watching penalties, does he? The Manchester United manager.
Jayden Sweeney, the long walk, the vital walk in these situations. Mind has to be made up as he strides forward.
Big H.
And big power, potentially, behind this. He's been at the centre of one of the controversies of the night, but yet again, he has come up with a very, very important goal in the context of the tie. Now, there is more weight on those broad shoulders. Oh, well, the sort of style we expected. Always likes to go high, doesn't he, which has an element of risk.
It does, but if you pull it off, it's unstoppable.
You don't save them, as they say.
I think he said all the best.
So Curry. Again with the left foot. Well, despite the hand of Onana, another goes in for Grimsby. And the 8th out of 9 takers to score.
Yeah, just dive past it too far there, Onana, to get a strong enough hand.
And the problem now is they all think their job is done, but we may yet go round again.
Go round again, yep.
De Ligt on the hot spot. Well, the keeper didn't go either way and was beaten. And an agonising moment for Christy Pym, what might have been.
Well, here comes one of the players of the match, Tyrell Warren. Had a storming game at the back.
Joined Manchester United at the age of 8, departed at the age of 20. And that really has summed up his night. A player with even more motivation than most in the Grimsby ranks has had a personal night to treasure, whatever happens from here. And Sheshko, whose transfer fee represents 13 years' worth of turnover here at Grimsby Town.
You'll be feeling the pressure here.
Finds the net for the first time in United colours.
Handled it well. He hasn't had the best of games. He had a chance to win it, didn't he, underneath the crossbar late on.
Well, he could have spared us this, but I'm not sure I would have liked that, in all honesty. The drama has unfolded and continues. Well, Christy Pym, we've got to that stage where it's keeper versus keeper, and it's the Grimsby keeper who wins. But you know what's coming next?
Oh, it's good fun, isn't it? It's good fun for us watching.
Well, he's had some horrible moments already tonight, but not there. Right, well, let's go round again, as they say.
Should get the managers out. Well, he's watching them. I don't think Ruben Amram is.
Cabia for the second time. Second time's a charm, and much cleaner. Well, they won't be taking him off penalties in a hurry, despite his checkered record this season. And Bruno Fernandes now under serious pressure.
You don't often see that, do you? A manager in that pose.
Dare I suggest it doesn't transmit confidence?
No, exactly.
As he usually does, he comes up with the goods when they need it. And Darragh Burns. It's such a difficult one when you have to go twice. Do you stick with what worked? It works him again. Just.
If he got two lots of fingertips to this one, he's annoyed with himself.
So, Mbeumo. Joy at Blundell Park. They thought, surely, when Manchester United came back, that it would be the one that got away. But the story of Carabao Cup round 2 has been written here. And a story that will be told from generation to generation in Grimsby.
Yeah, one of the most famous giant killing acts and a pitch invasion to match. But they've been monumental tonight, Grimsby. They really have. They've gone toe-to-toe with one of the biggest clubs in the world and matched them, and at times been much better than them. And they've held the nerve, held the composure and technique to even beat Manchester United on penalties. These supporters can't believe what they've seen. What a night for Grimsby Town.
And a night of triumph for David Artell. A team that look like they're going places in League 2, and they're going on in the Carabao Cup. One route to Europe shut off for Manchester United. Ecstatic scenes on the Lincolnshire coast. Grimsby Town 2, Manchester United 2. After 90 minutes, Grimsby Town triumphant on penalties.